Now, a slightly more sophisticated way to go about this is to use variables and to change the values of the variables. So I've already got two here that I've created. So to do that, just go to variables, make a variable, and you can give it a name. So I've called one x chord and I've called the other one y chord. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying when it starts, I'm setting the y coordinate to 2 because it goes 0, 1, 2, and I'm setting the x chord to 0 because it's column 0. So that's the one that's going to light up. So that's what I'm saying there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now I'm going to use plot again. I'm going to say LAD and I'm going to plot. So I'm going to copy kind of what's here, but I'm going to make a slight change. Instead of x, I'm going to put the variable x chord. And instead of y, I'm going to put the variable y chord. Okay, so it's still the same thing, 2 and 0. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again use the variable, and I'm going to change. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to do that. No, not yet. I will change, but not yet. So let me get rid of that. And I'm going to put a pause in. So duplicate that thing, put it in there. So it's going to wait a second. And I am going to now say change x chord by 1. No, I don't want to do that. No, not yet. I want to unplot. So LED, unplot. So slightly different order. Unplot, I'm going to say x chord, duplicate, put that in, and y chord, duplicate, put that in. So I'm going to unplot that, so it's going to turn it off. Then I'm going to change the x coordinate by 1, and I'm going to plot it again. So duplicate that thing. Then I'm going to pause. Then I'm going to unplot. And then I'm going to change. Then I'm going to plot. Then I am going to move this out of the way. Pause. And then I am going to unplot. And then I'm going to change. And then I am going to plot. And then I'm going to leave that as is because I think that's the 5. So start off at 0, it increases to 1, it increases to 2, it increases to 3. That should be enough. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to move that away, get rid of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to take these and drag them out of there, and I am going to put these in here. So fingers crossed it all still works. So press the play button to refresh. So currently we've set the y coordinate to 2, x coordinate to 0. I'm going to press the A button because that's what we're going to see, and hopefully we'll see it move across the screen. 3, 4. Okay, so it hasn't gone to the end because I would have had to do it again. But like I said, that's a slightly more sophisticated way of doing it. Rather than using a brute force approach, what you're doing is using variables and you're changing the value of the variable. Where it has an advantage is that for this approach, once we reached 4, to make it move back, we would have to set that to 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. Whereas over here, to make it move back, say I take this, is it the one I want? No, it's the one we want to pause. I'm going to pause this, duplicate. Where's my pause? It's moved. So I'm going to put that in at the bottom, and then I'm going to unplot. Now I'm going to change duplicate, and instead of changing it by 1, I'm going to change it by -1, and then I'm going to replot. Now we should see it move back. So play, do that. So hopefully we'll see. This is a bit of a rush. I haven't tried this. No, it's not. Let's go. Press the button. So it's moving across to the right. Let's say it should go left. There we go. So that's the type of thing you'd have to do. Whereas over here, like I said, you would have to set the numbers, but here you can make it do that. So that's a slightly more sophisticated approach to making a dot move across the screen.